Tax season is finally here, and I wanted to make a quick video about the Amazon Influencer Program and tax season, and especially specifically with regards to the samples you've been getting all year long. How do we handle those? Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Craig. I've been a member of the Amazon Influencer Program for about 1.5 years now, and throughout that time, I've learned so much, and the purpose of this channel is essentially to teach you guys ways to make more money in the program, okay? And so this one's about tax season. And so if you like what you see today and you find any value in this, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel. It helps support my channel and I really appreciate it. In terms of your samples, okay, I want to give you a little preface. I am not a tax professional by any stretch of the imagination. We get our taxes done by a tax professional. And I'm not going to give you any advice here. You need to seek your own tax professional, see what they say. I'm just going to tell you my experience and what I'm going to be doing moving forward to help make more money in the program. So I have a spreadsheet and it basically documents every single free sample I've gotten throughout the whole year. And basically what I did is I list out all my samples, and I'll show you what the spreadsheet looks like. And I sent this over to my tax professional and he told me, you need to report all of this because this is considered income. Now, again, talk to your own tax professional. A lot of people like to handle these in different ways. They don't think that you need to report anything over a certain amount, or maybe if you donate it, you don't have to report it anymore. That's the type of thing that you need to talk to your tax professional about. What I'm going to tell you is what my plan is moving forward. So first, let me show you the spreadsheet and sort of what I do to keep track of all this. Okay, so here's my spreadsheet. I keep track of all my free samples. Everything that I've ever reviewed that was sent to me for free is on this list. I have different tabs down here, and they're all basically different categories depending on who sent it to me and things like that. And so essentially, I just keep track of everything. I keep track of what it is, when I received it, did I receive it, when I posted the video, all these things, how much it costs at the time. Here's a link for the product. Here's a link for the actual review that I created. And it just documents all of this stuff. And I send this over to my tax professional. And you could see how quickly these things start to add up. I mean, if you just take a few of these, the amount of money that these things cost, like right here, I just scanned like about 15, 20 products, and it's over $1,000 of, value in those products. And so that's going to add up when it comes to tax time, and you don't want to be adding too much to your income in terms of these free samples. So I sent this over to my tax professional, and he said that we're going to report it all on our taxes. And then there's certain ways you could bring that down by reporting anything that you purchased to create these videos, like if you bought a camera, if you bought a microphone, any software you bought. Like I use Oink and ViralView all the time, and so I put those on there. You can deduct the cost of those from your taxes because those are things you're using. So there are ways to bring this income down, but the bottom line is the tax law says that this stuff is income. Now, every tax professional is going to handle that a little bit differently. Mine said that we need to report it, and so that's how I went forward. And so I basically wanted to come on here and give 2 pieces of advice, not tax advice, just 2 pieces of advice. Number 1, always document everything that you're doing, whether that's in a spreadsheet, however you need to document. I know ViralView has their own documentation process, like they keep track for you of all of your different collaborations. So you can go through a program like ViralView. If you want to do a spreadsheet like myself, always document everything you're doing so you have it. So there's no wiggle room in terms of, it's black and white what you did versus what you didn't do, the dates that you did them, all of that. It's very important to document that stuff, not just for tax reasons, but just in general to keep track of what you're doing and to make sure that you're getting the content out in time. Like for me, I like to document it because it keeps me accountable. So if I have X amount of products that come in, I need to document that. And then I don't actually move on to the next video until I put it on my spreadsheet, and then I know I could check it off my list. And if my spreadsheet is not complete, then I know, okay, I have to go back and either make that video, post that video, or even like send the link to the person who needed the video so that I can complete that loop and close out that particular product. The second piece of advice I have for you is, this is what I'm going to be doing, or I'm already doing this in 2026. I'm moving away from free samples. I didn't like this. I ended up with almost $10,000, maybe even over $10,000 of products that I received last year, which on the surface sounds great. If you said to someone, hey, someone sent me $10,000 worth of products, they'd be like, oh, that's amazing. How'd you get all that free stuff? What I'm learning, I've been in the program for 1.5 years, is it's not free. And you're going to pay for it come tax time. And so, yeah, I was able to write off a bunch of that stuff in terms of like my Oink subscription, my Viral Review subscription. It did bring the total down, but the bottom line is I still had to add that income to my tax return, and it lowered the amount that I was able my refund. Okay, so moving forward, I'm not going to be getting as many free samples. Now that it depends on what I'm getting paid as well, because some samples, some people I have relationships with, and they pay me to make their video. Well, now if they pay me to make their video, that will help me because now I could set aside some money to pay for that product come tax time. Okay, so that's going to be included in my rate now going forward, is like, hey, I gotta have to pay for this during tax time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my rates. And now if you want me to make a video for a free sample, it's not free anymore, because guess what? It wasn't free for me. It's not free for me to begin with because I have to pay for it come tax season. So moving forward, what I'm going to be doing is charging for my videos, charging more for my videos, being very hyper selective about the free products that I do accept, because they need to have some sort of value, whether they're paying me good or whether I really want that product. If there's a product I really want, well, yeah, maybe it's worth it to just take the hit on tax season because I really want a couch. You know what I mean? So I'll pay the taxes. It's like you're getting a free couch, but you're paying like 90% off because you're paying for the taxes. Okay, that's great. And number two, I started buying all my products. Okay, so I go on Amazon, I do my research with Viral Review or with Oink, and then I see what are the products that I want to buy. Okay, and my process has been buy the product, review the product, sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And usually I've been able to sell it on Facebook Marketplace from anywhere from $25 to $50 below what I bought it for. And so my thought is, okay, my first, the first couple months is to make that money back, the $25 to $50 that I lost. Okay. And then after that, after the first couple months, it's all gravy from there. And I'm just making more money off of the product. So I have budgeted into my budget money to go and buy products. And then once I sell them on Facebook Marketplace, now I have the ability to go ahead and make profit on that once I make up that loss that I hit. So if it's like a $50 loss, the first $50 goes back into my to repay myself. And then after that, it's all gravy, it's all income, it's all earnings. Then come tax season, what ends up happening is I don't have any extra income to add on other than obviously your Amazon income is your 1099 income, but I don't have any additional income from all these free samples. Or if I do have some free samples, it's very limited extra income from the free samples because I didn't get that many throughout the year. So last year I had so many. This year in 2026, I'm going to try to cut that, at least divide that by 4. Okay, I want at least a quarter of that because I don't want a ton of tax burden come tax season next year, because I want to maximize my earnings. And that's what this channel is all about, is maximizing our earnings. And so my advice to you to maximize your earnings for 2026 is start to buy your own products. Okay, get a pipeline to sell those products and then keep making money. And that's going to be the best way. And then you don't have to depend on these sellers. You don't have to depend on creator connections, like communicating with them. And people are very fickle. If you have good relationships with people already, that's amazing. But if you're buying your own products, then you don't need to depend on other people, and you could just buy stuff, post, repeat. Buy, post, repeat, and then you just develop this process, and then tax season is going to come around and you won't even think twice about it. So add this to your playbook, and we'll see you next time.